Hi there, welcome back. In this video, we are going to configure Citrix virtual apps and desktop HA. The high availability, why this needed? Let me talk about a little bit on it. Okay, so when it is needed, let's say we just have one delivery controller, the DDC desktop delivery controller, and somehow it got crashed. The server is crashed. Now nobody able to access the URL, the Citrix URL, nobody able to access the virtual machine, the application, the VDI. So completely the user is now sitting alone. There is no work. Okay, to fix this problem, to provide solution on it, Citrix have designed HA, the high availability. So when you click on this controller, we just have Citrix 01. Okay, so in the company, in the production company, you would able to see just 4-5 DDC in one site. Okay, so make sure if one is down, the another one is able to take the connection. Okay, so let's get started. How we gonna check how we can build the server, we can install, and we can able to configure it. I already have template where I already install the server is there and the VDA is there. VDA is not required, but somehow I already installed, so also that is fine. Okay, so we will create a new virtual machine from this template, and I'll give it the name to understand. I'll make it capital Citrix HA 01. So as I mentioned, you can create multiple DDC to load balancing the connection to or for HA, the high availability, both are same. Okay, so one server is down, another one is very capable to take the connection. Next, I'll pick up this one because this particular ESXi host has much space available. I'll make it next, same format as a source, that should be fine. Say next, customize. Next, I have created this to regenerate the SIP for the virtual machine. Say next. CPU, I'll make it 4 because this one is DDC. I'll make it 6 GB RAM to be there. CD drive is not needed, of course. Next, finish. I'll pause the video here a little bit to complete this creation the machine, and I'll resume it back once it is done, and we will install and we will configure the HA or load balancing. Okay, it's been completed and we have given the name Citrix HA01. It takes little while to complete this process for the new VDI, the virtual machine. Meanwhile, I want to show you something. So when you click on controller, we really don't get any option to add the additional controller. Okay, so the solution is we need to build a new server, and from there we need to install DDC role or the component which you needed. Okay, and from their console, from studio console, you would able to choose existing controller. Okay, like AD, we are installing AD, and once we run the another AD setup on another server, it will ask you for the new forest or the existing, so you would able to select the child or you would able to create a new forest like that. Once you create a new server, from there you need to install DDC and the studio, and from that console we would be able to select the existing controller, so like that. So you won't see any option over here. Okay, so what you see here, register desktop 8 is what is that? That is number of virtual machine is registered. If I click on search, and you would see at least 8, that is what the count was there. So 8 server was registered, that is what it is showing in the controller, registered desktop. Okay, so 8. Let's come over the VMware. It's loading. Now system is ready. Let me log in into it. Admin password. Okay, so let me confirm once again that the name which I given to this particular server is there. Citrix HA01, that is fine. Okay, the next thing is, now we need the setup of Citrix, virtual apps and desktop. I'll mount it, or rather I can copy and paste. Control A, copy. I'll paste it over here. Won't take much time. Okay, so now we can run this. Auto select this file. Now what we need to choose? Again, delivery controller. Okay, the installation cannot begin because restart is pending. Please do that. I'll meet you once it is returned. Okay. I'm about to be logged in into this Citrix HA01. I will log in with admin. Make sure you log in into the server using domain ID and the password, the domain admin ID and password. We already extracted that ISO file. Need to run to select. Need to select what? DDC. Please come up. Okay, I have read the license agreement. Say next. Now what components we need to install? Okay, just leave as it is. Okay, just leave as it is. We need all the components. Okay, StoreFront license server, directory studio. License server should not be needed if you already have it. StoreFront also needed here because we have another DDC, and in case one is done, we can take the use of StoreFront from this server. Okay, directory is needed, or you can leave it, and that is okay. But in our case, I'm just license server we are skipping, and all this rest of four we can continue. Install Microsoft SQL Server. Yeah. So Microsoft SQL Server, why needed? Okay, because we needed it because once that DDC is done, all the database information synced will this particular database, this SQL, which is getting installed on this machine, and even that the main DDC controller is done, there is no worry. Still this server will be very much capable to take the connections. Okay, take the request or connections. That should be fine. Click on install. It takes little while, around 5 to 10 minutes, so I'll pause the video here, and if something will come up on the screen, I'll show you again. So while installation, very first time you will see this message that the machine needs to be restarted before installation can continue. You can close it and the machine will be reboot. Just log in again. The setup will resume. It should be come up. Yeah, the setup will resume from where it was left. You see? So localhost cache storage, this is something I will explain later. Okay. Microsoft Internet Information Service is needed for StoreFront. And of course, DDC is the main controller, and Studio is the application who manages the delivery controller. Director that is used for the monitoring purpose. StoreFront is something we can manage the IIS, the StoreFront. I'll pause the video a little bit over here since it will take a while, and I'll resume it back once it is about to be complete. Okay. It is about to be completed. Okay, so setup is completed, and we can click on next. Launch Studio. Studio would be the same like we had before. Now we have the same window like we had while we were configuring the Citrix to virtual apps and desktop very first time. Now here we really don't have to do that same step. Okay, so now this time we need to select third option. Okay, connect this delivery controller to an existing site. It's very similar to the AD. Okay, so like when you installing the AD again, the Active Directory again setup, it will give you two options. One is select existing domain controller, and the another one is the new forest. Okay, so like that, once we complete the setup of Studio, the DDC and the other components, we will get the same screen, and we need to choose this one this time to enable HA or the load balancing. Connect this delivery controller to an existing site. What the existing site you have? This one, right? The Citrix 01.careerhub.com. Okay, let's confirm again. Citrix 01.careerhub.com. So that is what we have to give it over here. Citrix 01.careerhub.com. If you're getting some kind of error message while clicking OK, make sure you're trying to ping this name. Make sure the new build server is able to communicate with existing site. Ping. Okay, so this server is able to ping the existing site, and I would able to connect. Click on OK. You do not have required permission to perform this operation. Okay. So I need to log in with Citrix admin, or I would able to run it through Citrix admin. More, open file location, run different user, Citrix admin. Okay. I'll copy this name again. Connect again, paste. Okay. Would you like Studio to update the database automatic? Yes, please do that automatic. What that means is this SQL server which we just installed with this Citrix component, that will automatic update with Citrix 01. Okay. So guys, hope you clear. So once the Citrix 01 side is down, okay, so load will be taken by the new request taken by this particular Citrix HA 01 server. Okay, so this will be this needs to be configured in Netscaler. Netscaler something is handled by different team, not the Citrix virtual apps and desktop support team. There would be a separate team, the network team, who handles the Citrix Netscaler. And in Netscaler they need to configure these two server. Okay, so one is down. Let's say user is trying to access citrix01.careerhub.com and it's not reachable, so connection will be redirect to where Citrix ha01.careerhub.com. It is about to completed. Okay, so what it was doing, it was downloading all the database from Citrix 01 to this particular server. So all the data which we have in Citrix 01, all the data we would able to see over here. Okay, so once you go into the controller, now we should see two controllers. One is Citrix 01, another one is Citrix HA01, right? So now we have two. Okay, so once this one is down, the another one Citrix HA01 very much capable to take new request. Okay.